Alright, let's get into it. It's 2025. You're scrolling through your phone, and suddenly anti-India posts are everywhere. One minute, America is celebrating Diwali at the White House. The next, your feed is flooded with ugly stereotypes about India and Indians. What happened? Did everyone just decide to dunk on a nation of 1.4 billion people overnight? This isn't just your uncle's Facebook rant, it's a coordinated wave of negativity, slick, viral, and designed for outrage. We're talking memes, angry threads, and comment sections full of racism. It's the kind of stuff that makes you want to log off for good. But this isn't just about mean tweets. It's a dangerous shift in public discourse with real-world consequences. The narrative? Indian immigrants are a threat, stealing jobs, lowering standards, undermining American values. It ignores decades of history, economic data, and basic decency. This isn't grassroots, it's manufactured outrage designed to divide and distract. And it's working. Influential voices are fueling the fire, and the sentiment is seeping into the mainstream. So where did this all begin? For years there were whispers and dog whistles. Now the volume is cranked up. The language is explicit, aggressive, and personal. The targets aren't just policies, they're people. Your doctor, your kid's math tutor, the engineer behind your favorite app. This isn't just an attack on a foreign country, it's an attack on our neighbors, colleagues, and friends. It's an attack on the fabric of multicultural America. And we need to talk about who's holding the microphone, because this isn't random, it's a campaign. The question is, who benefits from this division? Why now? Why India? The answers reveal a lot about the state of America and the world. So, let's dig in, because this story is bigger than a trending hashtag. Let's name some names. This isn't just abstract hate, it's being pushed by people with massive followings. Charles Haywood called India a fecal oral country and smeared Indian professionals as unhygienic on a public platform. He reduced a civilization to a racist caricature, and it went viral. Then there's Charlie Kirk and Turning Point USA. They've shifted their great replacement narrative to target Indian immigrants, framing their success as an invasion. Kirk ignores the fact that these immigrants fill critical skill gaps America desperately needs. It's classic scapegoating, blaming a minority for systemic problems. Fox News' Laura Ingraham joined in, mocking Indian accents and questioning the qualifications of Indian doctors and engineers. With her platform, she sows doubt and resentment, telling millions that their Indian American colleagues might not be qualified. This is the influencer playbook. Take economic anxiety, attach it to a visible minority, and repeat the lies until they stick. It's us versus them, amplified by social media. These aren't just opinions, they're building a permission structure for hate. The result? Division, suspicion, and a mainstreaming of prejudice. This is how fringe ideas become national talking points, and it's more dangerous than ever. The question is, will we let it stand? You can't throw that much shade and not get a clapback. Indian and Indian American communities responded fast and loud. Doctors, engineers, CEOs, and everyday people flooded social media with their stories, flipping the script. Hashtags showcased their contributions, families, and pride. Prominent figures like Sundar Pichai and Satya Nadella didn't need to say a word. Their success spoke volumes. Lawmakers like Rokana and Pramila Jayapal called out the racism, using their platforms to condemn the attacks. Indian American organizations mobilized, contacting advertisers, sharing data, and organizing campaigns to educate the public. They posted diplomas, patents, and stories of first-generation immigrants who worked multiple jobs for a better life. Even the Indian government weighed in, warning that this rhetoric could damage a crucial partnership. The pushback was clear. Words have consequences, and the diaspora is a force to be reckoned with. This wasn't just defense, it was a powerful assertion of identity. The message, we're not your stereotype, we're not your scapegoat, and we're not backing down. Let's pull out the receipts. The anti-Indian narrative wants you to believe Indians are a drain. The data says otherwise. Indian Americans have the highest median household income in the US, over $120,000. They're among the most highly educated groups, with a huge percentage holding graduate degrees. They work hard, pay taxes, and start businesses that create jobs. In Silicon Valley, over a third of engineers are of Indian descent. Google, Microsoft, Adobe, Indian Americans lead some of the world's biggest companies. Immigrants from India have founded more than 15% of all Silicon Valley startups. They're not taking a piece of the pie, they're making the pie bigger. In medicine, Indian origin doctors make up nearly 7.5% of all US physicians, often serving in underserved areas. Indian immigrants and their children excel in every field: science, business, culture. They're professors, accountants, restaurateurs woven into the fabric of America. The problem narrative is a lie. The facts are clear. This community's contributions are essential to America's prosperity and innovation. The receipts are in, and they're non-refundable. So next time you hear the hate, remember the reality. Indian Americans aren't a threat. They're a cornerstone of the American dream. And that's not changing. Here's where it gets absurd. Compare how America's right talks about India versus China. India democracy, strategic partner, fueling America's tech and healthcare. China authoritarian rival, accused of IP theft, human rights abuses. Yet the outrage machine targets India, not China. The same people who rail against China attack Indian doctors and engineers. It's a glaring double standard, about finding a convenient non-white target for anxiety, not real policy. The hypocrisy is breathtaking. This isn't just a social media spat, it's a diplomatic disaster in the making. The US-India partnership is built on shared values and strategic interests. When American voices attack India with racist tropes, it undermines decades of trust. Lawmakers warn, this rhetoric is a gift to America's adversaries, driving a wedge between two democracies. It weakens the alliance that's crucial for global stability. If India feels disrespected, it could look for other partners. Foreign policy is built on perception, and right now, America looks unreliable. Influencers chasing clicks are risking a partnership America can't afford to lose. The stakes are global. How did attacking Indian Americans become mainstream? Conservative media has adopted fringe language, making extremist ideas palatable for millions. The strategy: create a crisis, blame a visible minority, and unite the majority through fear. Indians are the perfect scapegoat, successful, visible, and different. This alliance between mainstream and fringe serves both. Hate moves to the center, and influencers get fresh outrage. The result? A deeply divided society. This rhetoric spills into real life, fueling suspicion and hostility. It validates prejudice and gives permission to act on it. This isn't just about winning arguments, it's about reshaping America into something more fearful and less welcoming. The cost is our unity. Let's bring it home. America depends on Indian talent, doctors, engineers, scientists, while a loud minority demonizes them. The irony? The same people complaining are using apps coded by Indian Americans and being treated by Indian doctors. You can't benefit from a group's contributions and then call for their exclusion. This isn't just about fairness, it's about America's future. The global competition for talent is fierce. If the US becomes hostile, that talent will go elsewhere. Innovation happens when the best minds come together. Anti-India rhetoric is a self-inflicted wound, a national security threat disguised as a culture war. This isn't just an Indian issue, it's an American one. How we treat immigrants reflects our national character. The US-India relationship is built by millions who chose to make America home. To dishonor their contributions is to dishonor the American dream. We have to do better. The future depends on it.